you can't like seeing this, because one of those two lines of cars behind you is going to start to move, and you have to guess which one.
Well, that's why he's doing what he's doing. He's just mirror driving all over the racetrack.
Oh, trouble! Elliott Sadler over once and a half and on his roof. Now the car tumbling hard onto the pavement in turn 3. Caution is out. A terrible crash.
Crash. Whoa, Rusty got through it. Here we go.
Harvick slides up in front of traffic.
Cars upside down, cars everywhere.
And turn 4 is Calamity Corner once again. Watch the 22 of Scott Wimmer, the yellow car, take a wild ride here.
What started at Greg Biffle came down in the 10, or the 10 went up to Greg Biffle. They got together anyhow.
The luckiest man there was Rusty Wallace. Got a little tap, but kept on going.
Now watch Wimmer. Over once, twice, 3 on his nose, 4, wham.
Huge. I can't tell you what it does to you. You just pray that when you stop that you can remember what happened.
I think Scott Wimmer will remember this one for a long time. The best news, Jeannie, is that Bill Davis's driver, Scott Wimmer, walked away after flipping 4 times. Here's Wimmer climbing out.
Oh, trouble! Steve Park is off into the infield. Another car ball over on his lid. It's Parkindale Jr. Terrible crash.
Man, Steve Park's car just turned dead left when he came off turn 2. Junior's running to see his teammates, see if he's okay.
Getting off into that wet grass wasn't going to do anything to slow those cars down. Caution is out. He runs to leave the field back to the yellow. You can see Park moving inside the car, looking through the back glass. He's trying to get himself wrapped around the roll bars.
Whoa, guys, whoa. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I have never seen anything like that in my life.
He hit that wall a ton.
Oh, my gosh.
See him get loose the minute he turns down into the corner.
Yeah, and he's just, man. And that thing just absolutely.
I will guarantee you that impact was well over 180, probably 185 miles per hour. We've already seen 199.
Walked away and waved to the crowd while walking to the ambulance after that impact is a great testament to safety of
Joey Logano.
big crash.
Oh, he's upside down.
Over and over, Logano goes between 3 and 4. The car will come back to rest on all 4 tires. Heavy crash here on lap 32.
See Robbie Gordon, Martin Truex, Reed Sorensen involved in this. I looked up, saw the 20 car on the apron getting into the corner. Trying to see the replay.
Now the window net is down. That's the drivers are told in the drivers meeting that if you are awake and alert, put that window net down so we know, the safety crews will know. There's the window net down on Robbie Gordon's car.
The white flag is out. They're going to crash with a big run. They're crashing. Christopher Bell upside down. Watch the ride taken in the 4 truck on the outside, second in line. Peters gets bumped.
Looks like William Byron got jumped by the 86. Look at Timothy Peters on the inside as Christopher Bell tumbles down the front straightaway. Timothy all the way to the inside of the racetrack is, you know, a lot of new pavement down there, guys, and that makes such a huge difference. They don't get any grass. A lot of huge pavement scrubs off a lot of that speed.
I count 13 rolls for Christopher Bell. Watch it.
Well, Daniel Hemrick almost went underneath that fourth truck of Christopher Bell.
How much are we going to take home today?
Welcome back to Daytona.
It's the big one, gang. It's the big one. It's what we've all been fearing. This kind of racing is going to happen.
A horrible crash on the back straightaway that began when Tony Stewart got turned sideways against the backstretch wall number 20. Stewart was the first car sideways. Here's why.
Here's the 4 got into the back of Ward Burton, I believe.
And then Burton's 22 got into Stewart.
Got into Stewart.
And everybody scrambles.
That car is taking a whale of a ride, that 20 car is. It's getting hit. It's upside down. It's hit on its roof. It's on fire.
And Tony Stewart goes for one of the wildest rides in recent memory of Daytona.
Kind of looks like the Richard Petty crash here, back when Richard crashed off turn 4 down here, standing on the snow.
Look, he's got Bobby Labonte's hood. It was hooked to the back of his car as he was in midair.
Man, there's been a lot of cars getting on the roof lately.
Right behind Mike Wallace.
Stay in front of you. Stay up, stay up. Easy, back it down as much as you can.
Wow, that's not what you want to see out of your windshield.
Oh my gosh.
I'm okay, I'm okay.
But you're racing such tight quarters that it's just being at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Scott waving to the crowd. Attaboy, Scotty. From Bahama, North Carolina.
Look at McMurray. He has a big run down.
Oh, we got one spinning.
And it's McMurray.
Man, that thing is flipping, rolling.
That car is junk.
You got that right.
Well,
I just hope he's
for a ride right
he
there.
had been incredibly fast. He got a huge run off turn 2, caught a pack of cars, made a quick move, and ended up in the fence.
Mike, it just really wouldn't surprise me to see some kind of maybe adjustment on the speeds here, because the cars are really, really fast.
Yeah, that happened way too easy.
And he's climbed out.
One of our faster cars. There's McMurray out of the car.
Newman with a pretty good run. No, he maybe cut a tire.
Something happened to that car. It just went around all by itself on the straightaway.
And see, what really sent that car over was when Newman hit him on the left side. It lifted the right side up and caught air.
Yeah.
And look at that car come apart against the fence.
It just disintegrates.
I mean, everything did its job of what it's designed to do. The fence kept the car on the racetrack. Car stayed intact.
Watch this car now. It's gonna turn all by itself right there.
Oh, the left rear. The left rear tire.
Yeah. Right over the top of Newman's car.
Yeah. Newman and Ty Dillon both with a good bit of damage.
And Mike, the 2 fastest cars, the 1 and the 13, were both involved in that accident.
That's right.
7 cars. More than half the field have been involved. So, Darrell, do drivers, are they afraid of this track?
I think there is a fear factor here. I think if you've never scared yourself here, then you haven't been racing very hard. When you race hard, you scare yourself.
Well, I'm going to tell you right quick, this place is dangerous. I don't care what you say. You see what happened to Kyle Busch yesterday.
Shepherd in the middle of this mix. He's run up there all day long.
A year ago, Morgan Shepherd led this race. He has led it today. He finished 13th. He said it was that win.
Oh, trouble. Out of control goes Kenseth.
And over on his roof.
Get back on the wheels.
A wild ride for the Daytona 500 winner, Matt Kenseth.
But they did settle down much better.
Straight away. A big hit, and Jimmy Johnson goes spinning.
Upside down. Busher. Oh, man.
Chris Buescher on his lid and lands back on his wheels. Caution.
Oh, man, we saw 4 wide off the corner over there. I was afraid of this.
Great camera work capturing this. Ooh. Look at rookie Chris Buescher's wild ride down the backstretch.
It's been a while since we've seen one do this. We've seen it plenty of times here in Talladega in the past.
One thing I've noticed, I don't see a roof flap. Didn't come open yet.
The 35, Gilliland above the 3. Now McMurray in the 1, the red car, comes up, just brushes Austin Dillon.
Turns him into the 35.
And Dillon gets into Gilliland. Joey Logano turned the 48. And Buscher goes for a big tumble.
I didn't think that thing was going to stop rolling there for a second, DW.
Goodness.
Trouble off
Trouble,
turn
big
4.
trouble.
Newman slams the wall.
Man.
Comes Schrader, and Newman is in the air and over. Ryan Newman, last year's Rookie of the Year. The rear end ripped from the car.
Look at that thing lift up, Larry.
Just takes off like an airplane.
That's 3,400 pounds, folks. Just lifting up in the air like a feather.
And the right rear wheel digs into the dirt and tears the whole rear end loose from the car.
Yeah, if the tire hadn't come off of the wheel, it probably wouldn't have turned over like that. But once the tire came off, and it dug in and flipped it. Let's watch her here and see what happens. Oh, Kenny Schrader got out of control, got into him. Oh, that's what happened, Mike. His right rear tire came off. Car goes airborne. Then when it hits the ground, it digs in and just rips it apart.
Look at that Dale Jarrett's car. Wow. What a sight to see out your windshield. There you see Ryan Newman right there.
Oh, yeah, he waved to the crowd. All right, buddy.
What a ride.
Did you notice just momentarily he hit that brake pedal? It's a lot easier to just touch that brake than let off the gas to slow that truck down. Just staying up high going in the corner. He's not following the truck in front of him. Don't know what's going on there. Whoa! Oh, look out! We got trouble. This is going to hurt. Uh-oh. Oh, my. Oh, my.
Yep.
Keep your fingers crossed.
And it was so good for so long, it turned into so bad so quickly.
We'll be back to see what happened. And as I said, keep your fingers crossed, folks. We're at Daytona.
At Talladega in the spring. That's Brad in the black car. They're racing for the win. Carl said he may have come down just a bit. Brad held his line to keep from going over the yellow line. Ryan Newman gets wrecked, and Edwards flies into the fence. Now today,
gets kind of stuck in the middle there and comes across the Ford's bumper. As he does, he spins back in, gets the 3 airborne, and he just gets projected off the other cars right up into the fence.
He went from the bottom of the racetrack over 2 rows of cars and into that catch fence.
Here we go. You can see him on the bottom. Rex starts in front. He runs in the back of the 24. Gets up on the 11. Now he's on top of the 54.5. And now it's just along for the ride. Watch the car stop. Watch the car stop. It gets into those poles, and it goes from, I don't know what, 180, 190 miles an hour, I'm just guessing, to a complete stop. That is unbelievable.
And it looks like that's 3,500 pounds. That stock car is extremely heavy. You see here, after he's upside down, the 2 is spinning. Obviously, he's already lost control, makes more contact with the 3.